Hi, welcome to another Miss Jenny's ReVideo where I, Miss Jenny, will recommend something. What do I have today? I have a movie today. What? A movie? You're recommending another movie? That's so new and different for you. Today I'm recommending a movie, and today I'm recommending one of my favorite movies, Uptown Girls. Shablam! Uptown Girls is a movie starring Brittany Murphy and Dakota Fanning and the unlikely friendship that occurs. This also has a very good side character cast with Jesse Spencer, Donald Faison, and two other people. Marley Shelton and Heather Locklear is in this. With the way that this movie was marketed and the cover of the movie and everything, most people would just walk by this thinking that this is just some chick flick type of movie, which it very much leans into, but it's more drama than it is not drama. Brittany Murphy's character is the daughter of a famous musician who that musician parents perished, and she's become kind of like a trust fund kid, I suppose. She's never had to work. She's more of a product of the system than she is like awfully spoiled, I suppose. So one day she finds out that the person who was handling her money for her, Bob, has run off with her money, leaving her broke for the first time in her life. So this, of course, the first part of the movie is her trying to find her way. Like, she has her electric cut off. She doesn't know what to do. Her best friend comes over and is like, you need to cleanse your chi and, get rid of the excess. But she has a really hard time letting go of things because they were gifts from other rock stars, or they have some sort of sentimental value, and she doesn't understand like having to give things up. Maybe she'll learn. She stumbles across a guy who is playing a gig at a club that she frequents. He is played by Jesse Spencer. He is wonderful and gorgeous and does sing his own songs in this movie. She sees him playing and she's like, I want that for my birthday. And everyone's like, you can't have a guy for your birthday. Just how that works. And she's like, but I want him. So she kind of goes and gets him a little bit. He falls into her world for a couple days, which is just like this, it has this unique magical quality with how she kind of lives and sees things through this kind of innocent, like a dream girl-esque kind of thing. Well, he finally kind of goes on his way. I'll get back to him. He comes back. Well, she can't afford to live in this gorgeous penthouse kind of apartment that she lives in, so she has to move in with her friend, which of course has a whole nother like slew of awfulness that happens in those kind of fish out of water situations. But she has to get a job. She fails at the first couple attempts, and so her friend, played by Donald Faison, hooks her up with a babysitting nanny type gig for the character that Dakota Fanning plays. So to balance out Brittany Murphy's childlike wonder, we have Dakota Fanning, who plays the most intellectual of children, who thinks that fun is doing 100 pliés to classical music. So you have these two characters kind of like battling it out over who's gonna do what and whatnot. So they very much clash. But you find out Dakota Fanning's family, her mother is this head of a music company, and her father is in a comatose like state in the house, which, caused her to grow up really fast, not having her father there, and for her to kind of bottle up her emotions and not be whatever age she's supposed to be. 9, I guess. Maybe. 8. So Brittany Murphy goes back to stupid cute hot boy, gives him advice about a song he's working on, and tells him like he needs a hook and this whole thing. And he ends up listening to her, and with that song, he makes it big. They have this big falling out because she ruined his lucky jacket, but then he ends up using that jacket in a music video, and I'm like, excuse me? You didn't like that jacket and you stopped talking to her because she messed up your jacket, but now you're using her jacket in your music video and getting all like good and stuff? Double standard. So he gets like huge, surprise, surprise. She stops talking to him. She's starting to understand responsibility through the eyes of this little girl. This little girl is starting to understand what fun means. And then things kind of happen. There's this big ballet thing for the little girl. And Brittany Murphy's character is struggling to pay for everything. She just kind of loses her whimsy holding on to, the last things that her parents gave her, which was her dad's guitar collection. It meant a lot to her. So she auctions it off, and it all goes to one bidder. You can kind of see a shift in her, and it's really sad. It's really sad. Guys, it's sad. So with her learning more responsibility and Dakota learning how to be more fun, they're kind of teaching each other how to act the appropriate age since their roles were reversed. There is nothing that's going to change the Dakota Fanning's character completely from being this, time-driven, neurotic child. And nothing's going to actually take away the complete whimsy of the Brittany Murphy character. So what happens? There has to be something bad that happens, right? Yes. After the first time, Dakota Fanning talks to her dad at his bedside. He passes away within the next couple days, and it's tragic, and she runs away. It's after Brittany Murphy was already fired for all sorts of stuff, and so they have to find this little girl, and when they find her, it's just the first time that she kind of deals with, childlike emotion for the first time, and she finally cries. That's a big deal. At the very end, things go a good way. Dakota has her dance recital, and Brittany gets a new job, and all seems good and well, and there's a surprise at the end. So this movie does have a lot of charm, a lot of comedy, and a lot of drama. Like, just thinking about how the events affect the characters, because the character work in this is so good. Like, I get all teary-eyed, and I can feel my voice catching. It's just so good, and it's done so well. So if you need a good cry, pick up Uptown Girls because it's so worth it. Oh, and the soundtrack, what do kids say? Slaps? It's a bop. The soundtrack is so good. I can listen to that soundtrack all day, which I have in the past, over and over and over again. The song that pushes the plot forward is called Sheets of Egyptian Cotton, and it's so good. And then the song at the end, which is Molly Smiles, which is Brittany Murphy's character, by the way. I know I haven't said her name, but her name is Molly. But the song Molly Smiles. So good. Yeah, so watch this. Watch this. This has been another Miss Jenny's ReVideo where I, Miss Jenny, recommend something. Have you guys seen this movie? Did you guys even know this movie existed? Let me know. You know where. You know where. I'll see you guys next week with whatever else happens next week. Yeah, bye.